Hello, friends. Welcome back to week 6 of virtual learning. I am just giving you a quick weekly overview to take a look at what's going to be expected this week in ERWC. The classwork tab is where you will find your work organized in order of when things need to be completed, and they're under specific topics. For example, all of the research steps are under one topic, and if there are extra posts or materials each week, they'll be under that week. So you're already at our overview for week 6 and watching this video. So thanks. The essential question that we're thinking of this week is, how can I revise my research writing to make it more effective? So we aren't all at the step of revision for our research paper, but some of you are. It'll also be helpful to those that aren't quite there yet, because you'll be using these skills later, and you can always be making these considerations to make your writing effective as you're working on the earlier steps. Our learning targets specifically for revision. I can use transition words and phrases to link and clarify relationships between ideas in my writing. That's what we're specifically going to be working on day 1. So Monday for period 1 and Tuesday for period 4. I can use a formal academic style and tone in my writing. We'll be talking a little bit about that. And then I can develop and strengthen my writing through revision. So that's what you're going to be working on throughout the week. And we're going to be working on these 2 specific targets on day 1 and day 2 of our virtual class meetings. So you're already watching the weekly overview. Now I want you to take a look at step 9 and look over the revision document and rubric and be ready to come to class either Monday or Tuesday at 9 a.m. to work on using transition words in our draft. Use the step 9 document to revise that draft and turn in that document by Wednesday. So the reason why I would like it a little bit earlier is so that you have submitted work that I can give you feedback on again before you do that final workshop on Friday and turn in your research paper. On class on Friday, we're going to be working with that almost completely done research paper. We're going to be creating works cited pages together and then meeting in small groups to finish revising. For those of my friends who are not at this revision step yet, I want you to still come to virtual class meetings, because again, these skills will be helpful to you later. And then you'll also be able to work in small groups with those that are at the same step as you. And I'll still be working with you in those small groups to help you in this process. Let's take a look at what that step 9 revision looks like. You're going to be completing this document to revise and strengthen your first draft. And there's also a rubric here to guide you in your revisions. The way you'll be using this is you've got these 2 different documents, and the first, we've got that rubric, and then the second is this revision document. This is a set of steps that will help you in the revision process. The step 9 revision document will allow you to identify the really great parts of your research paper and identify what it is you need to work on. So if I'm you, I'm going to have this document open, and maybe also on the other side of my screen, look at my paper. And the document asks me, do the topic sentence connect to and support my claim? Why or why not? So I'm going to write that right here in the document. I'm going to do a similar process for my evidence that I'm using, for the commentary that I'm using, and then I'm also going to highlight the transition words I'm using. Notice that a part of this document, or part of this section in the document, is a link to a list of transition words and phrases that you can utilize in writing your essay and in this revision process. This very last step is just, when we have that one-on-one conference about your research paper, what would you like to discuss? What are the things that pop up while you're working through this revision process that you'd like help on, feedback, or would just like a thought partner to brainstorm? I am here for you in that process. Remember, if you are not yet at step 9, I want you to keep working wherever you're at. Keep sending me little comments to show me where you are and if you need help so that I can help you along in this process. I promise that this is the last big project you'll have in ERWC this year. I realize that it'll be a lot easier to handle the smaller tasks. Um, and I need to know that before you leave ERWC this year, you are able to write a research paper. So it's really important that we work together on getting that evidence from you. All right, that is it for now. I'll see you in virtual class.